Good morning students, welcome you all for online classes. Today we will discuss the concept of uses of hash functions. In previous video we have discussed about hash functions, right? That is HMAC. Now what are the uses of that function? So hash functions include authentication, message integrity, message fingerprinting, error detection, and digital signature efficiency, and can also be used to solve security related problems. So in these criteria we can use for our hash functions. Message integrity means we have discussed in a demo, right? So if we change any single bit, hash value is different. If hash value is different, so it will not came from authorized person, isn't it? And message fingerprinting, in this case also hash value is going to generate. And error detection and digital signature, this is also digital signature is necessary in nowadays, so can be used to solve that security related problems. That first one application is online bids. So what do you mean by this online bid? Consider an item is for a sale online and three persons, that is Alice and Bob and Charlie, all want to place their bids, and these are supposed to be sealed bids. That is, each bidder gets one chance to submit secret bid, and only after all bids have been received are the bids revealed. So highest bidder wins, and Alice, Bob and Charlie don't necessarily trust each other, and they definitely don't trust the online service that accepts the bids. So each bidder is concerned that online service might reveal their bid to other bidders either intentionally or accidentally. So in this slide you are going to understand, that is, what do you mean by online bid. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persons want to buy a copter. So there is online bid. So each bidder's bidding is amount through online. So here Alice bid $10 and Bob bids $12, and if Charlie is able to discover the values of these bids prior to placing his bid, he could bid 12.01, isn't it? And other two persons, they are bidding 2.01 and 2.02. The most appropriate value is what here? 12. If third person bid, that is a Charlie bid 12.01, means it's highest bid, isn't it? So obviously Charlie will win this bid. So to make secure while bidding their values, we go for hash function. Nobody wants to be the first or second to place their bid, since there might be an advantage to bidding later. So there is no, if you bid first, you will not going to win that bid, or second, not like that. After all submitting their bids, they may, which one is appropriate bid, those persons can win the bid. So here what will happen, that online service proposes the following scheme. That is what we are using hash function. Each bidder will determine their bids. Say bid A for Alias, bid B for B and C for Charlie, keeping their bids secret. Then Alice will submit hash of A, hash value. Then Bob will submit hash of his value and Charlie will submit hash of his value. Once all three hashed bits have been received, the hash values will be posted online for all to see. At this point, all three participants will submit their actual bits, that is A, B and C. On this spot, they will going to allocate the bid. So through this hash we can easily secure our bidding, so nobody can cheat to get the value. Okay, then another service is spam reduction. Spam is defined as unwanted and unsolicited bulk email. So that's, we can call that as spam reduction. Spam means unwanted and unsolicited bulk of mails. In this scheme, Alice will refuse to accept an email until she has a proof that the sender expended sufficient effort to create the mail. Effort will be measured in terms of computing resources, in particular CPU cycles. Let M be an email message and T be the current time. The message M includes sender's and intended recipient's email address but does not include any additional address. So we have to calculate with the help of this formula. Here H means hash value, M or T. M means message and T means current time, and we have to determine what R value. So 0, 0, 0 up to X value. This is a recipient address. The sender sends triple MRT before Alice, the recipient, accepts the email, and she needs to verify that the time T is recent and that H MRT begins with N zeros. The recipient can verify that H MRT begins with N zeros by computing a single hash. So the work for the sender is about 2 to the power N, while the work for the recipient is always single hash. So in this way that we have to reduce our spam reduction. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Thank you.